Hello everyone and welcome back to our new economic session. Now moving forward we have explained the law of supply. Okay, how we have been doing law of DMU, law of supply, law of demand. Okay, now we have come to the law of supply. So in this session we will focus on law of supply and assumptions of law of supply. Okay, now this is again very important question for 8 marks. Individually it can be asked for 4 marks too. Now what to write while writing the law? Okay, so here first introduction, have you made for law of DMU and law of demand. Same way you have to write in a law of supply also. Next is statement of the law, explanation of the law. In that explanation mention table and graph. Then write assumptions and it comes exceptions. Right? So we'll move towards the first step, that is introduction. The law of supply is also a fundamental principle of economic theory like law of demand. It was introduced by Professor Alfred Marshall in his book Principles of Economics, which was published in the year 1890. The law explains the functional relationship between price and quantity supplied. See, he is the one and only who had propounded the law of DMU as well as the law of demand. That is what अल्फ्रेड मार्शल, इन्होंने लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई का भी इंट्रोडक्शन दिया है, तो सेम इंट्रोडक्शन आपको यहाँ पे लिखना है. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज statement of the law. Okay, I have told you that before writing the law always mention the other thing being constant, because this law is based on the assumption. So starting with the statement, first you have to write other thing being constant, higher the price of a commodity, more is the quantity supplied, and lower the price of a commodity, less is the quantity supplied. In simple words, other factor remaining constant, a rise in price results in a rise in a quantity supplied and vice versa. See, if the price of a commodity is more, supply will be more. Why? I had explained you in a earlier video that if a producer, okay, producers का main motive is the earning profit. Okay, to earn more profit, producer will sell supply more for the more prices, okay, and less for the less prices. So this is what direct relation between price and supply. Clear? Now moving towards the example या फिर explanation of the law. We have to write table, we have to mention the table. See, same table I am using which I had used in a earlier video, that is individual supply. Okay, market supply का table यहाँ पे mention नहीं करना है, only individual supply. So here in first column, prices of commodity, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then supply of a commodity X, that is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Very simple table. Okay, now you have to give the explanation of that table. So what table explains us? See, table explains us the direct relation between price and supply. Then what is direct relation? See, when prices increases from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, supply also increases from 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. This is what direct relation. More price, more supply, less price, less supply. Okay, so this table explains us the direct relation between price and supply. Same thing you have to mention in a graph. Okay, same graph which we have studied in a individual supply. Y axis we have taken prices, x axis there is a quantity supplied. Okay, then we have to show the supply for a particular prices. So 10 rupees price, supply was 100. 20 rupees price, supply was 200. 30 rupee price, supply was 300, and so on. After joining that dot, we are getting one curve, that is upward moving curve. Why it is upward moving curve? Why it is having positive slope? Because there is a direct supply between price and supply. Okay, so that is why supply curve is पॉजिटिव स्लोप, इज हैविंग पॉजिटिव स्लोप. वेर एज इन डिमांड कर्व, देखो हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था इन डिमांड कर्व देयर इज अ इनडायरेक्ट रिलेशनशिप, इनवर्स रिलेशनशिप, दैट इज वर सप्लाई वाज डाउनवर्ड स्लोपिंग कर्व, and here supply demand curve was downward sloping, but here in supply there is a direct relation. That is why supply curve is upward moving curve. Okay, now we will move towards the assumption. Every law is based upon the assumption. Okay, now what are the assumptions on which law of supply is depends? Number one, constant cost of production, constant techniques of production, no change in weather conditions, no change in government policy. Then next is no change in a transport cost, price of other goods remain constant, no future expectations about prices. Okay, now you remember that we studied determinants of supply. Okay, that was the factor because of which supply changes. That was the factors because of which supply changes. Same points you have to write for assumptions, but you have to mention no change or constant in front of that point. Why? Because law is based on assumption. Law says these all the factors remain constant. If they are not constant, supply will change, and change in supply will affect to the law. Okay, then law will be the false. That is why they assumed that there is no change in these determinants. Clear? So we'll study one by one. Number one is no change in a production. It is assumed that there is no change in the cost of production. Okay, why? See, if cost of production rises, okay, cost of production मतलब making charges. आपको simple words में to understand cost of production means making charges. Okay, charges which incurred due to the making of particular product. Okay, कुछ चीज़ें बनाने के लिए जो खर्चा होता है उसको बोला जाता है cost of production. Okay, तो if the cost of production rises, सेलर्स प्रॉफिट विल अफेक्ट ओके, और अगर सेलर प्रॉफिट अफेक्ट हो जाएगा तो सप्लाई विल बी also affect. Okay, that is why we are assuming here that cost of production remain unchanged, because if cost of production is more, profit will be less and supply will also less. Clear? And if supply changes, then as I said that law of supply will changed, and this is what we don't want. We want the law of supply should be true. Okay, next, constant techniques of production. Now when I say about techniques of production, technology, I have outdated machinery and the modern machinery. If production techniques are outdated, so tell me, will you be able to produce more? No, because we are using traditional outdated methods. Okay, so my supply will be less, and if I am using modern method, my supply will be more. So due to these changes, my law of supply will get changed, and because of what, मेरा law of supply पूरा गलत बनेगा. So that is why there should be constant techniques of production. Clear? आगे, next point is no change in weather condition. Now as we studied, the agriculture goods, food grains depends upon the weather. Okay, and weather affects the supply. So we assuming that there is no change in a weather condition, because if weather condition changes, supply changes, and again अपना law of supply पे असर पड़ेगा. तो अपने को लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई कांस्टेंट रखना है, ट्रू बनाना है, इसीलिए वेदर कंडीशंस को हम लोग क्या बनाते हैं, कांस्टेंट मानते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज नो चेंज इन गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी. सी वी स्टडीड दैट टैक्स, गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी अफेक्ट द सप्लाई. So changes in the supply will affect the law of supply, and law of supply will be wrong. So here again government policy remain constant, ऐसा assume करना है. Next is no change in transportation cost. Okay, if transport cost is more, then supply will decrease, and if transport cost decreases minimum, then supply will be more. this again, see, this fluctuation in the supply will again affect to the law of supply. So इसीलिए लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई में ट्रांसपोर्टेशन कॉस्ट को कांस्टेंट माना है. नेक्स्ट इज प्राइजेस ऑफ अदर गुड्स रिमेन कांस्टेंट. if the prices of other goods increases, seller will shift to that other goods जिसका प्राइस ज़्यादा है, बिकॉज सेलर का मेन मोटिव इज टू अर्न प्रॉफिट. तो अगर सेलर के पास दो ऑप्शन है, कमोडिटी ए और कमोडिटी बी. ओके, सो अर्लियर बोथ द कमोडिटीज प्राइस वॉज 5, बट व्हाट इफ बी का प्राइस 10 हो जाएगा, तो सेलर क्या क्या प्रोड्यूस करेगा, ए और बी प्रोडक्ट. यस, बी प्रोडक्ट, बिकॉज बी में ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट मार्जिन है. सो we are assuming that there is no change in the price of other goods. All goods are constant. That is why we put in front of this statement that other thing remain constant. You got it? Okay. Now, last point is no future expectation. Okay. The law also assumes that the seller do not expect future changes in the price of product. See, if seller expect that price is going to change in the future, then it affect the supply for the seller. Okay, so again, if supply changes, the law of demand becomes wrong. So because of that, here in law of supply we assumes that there is no future expectation. Okay, so these are the assumptions on which law of supply depends. Clear? These are constant cost of production, constant techniques of production, then no change in the weather conditions, no changes in a government policy. I repeat, constant cost of production, constant techniques of production, no change in weather conditions, no changes in government policy. Then next is no change in a transport cost, prices of other goods remain constant, and no future expectation. Clear? So this is all about assumptions to the law of supply. First of all, while writing the supply law of supply, write introduction, statement, explanation with graph and table, then assumptions. Okay, law of supply, we studied that more price, more supply, less price, less supply. Due to this direct relation, supply curve is upward moving curve, is having positive slope. But this law of supply is based on assumptions. What are the assumptions? Cost of production remain constant, techniques remain constant, weather conditions, there is no change in a weather condition, government policy remain constant, okay, no change in the transportation cost, price of other goods remain constant, and no future expectation. ये assumption होंगे तो ही law of demand क्या होगा, सच्चा ठहरेगा. Clear? So this is about today's session. I hope you all are clear with these concepts. Okay, thank you.